Today I will answer the question, who would be the king of Greece today if Greece did not abolish monarchy or would want to restore monarchy? Let's start by looking at some maps. Greece is a country in southern Europe. However, up until 200 years ago, it was part of the Ottoman Empire and several hundreds of years before part of the Eastern Roman Empire or Byzantium. One of the byproducts of the French Revolution was a growth of nationalism among the European peoples subjected to Turkish rule. The banner of revolt was raised in Peloponnese in 1821, and the Greek insurgents were joined by many sympathizers, including the English poet Lord Byron. In 1832, the great powers established an independent state and chose Otto of Wittelsbach to be its first king. Otto was not a successful king. He brought a number of Germans with him and tried to rule autocratically. In 1862, Otto abdicated, childless, leaving the vacant throne. The Greeks wanted to have Alfred, Duke of Edinburgh, son of Queen Victoria, as their king, but the great powers selected Prince William of Denmark, who became constitutional ruler of Greece. His long reign gave stability to Greece, and Greece witnessed the wide extension of her frontiers. Tragically, the king was assassinated in the 15th year of his reign. His son Constantine I had married a Prussian wife and has been impressed by the German military might. The interest of Greece laid with allies, and in 1917 he left country, making his second son Alexander as his successor. Unfortunately, in 1920, Alexander was bitten by a pet monkey and died. And then the throne went back to King Constantine. In 1922, King Constantine left Greece a second time. On this occasion, he abdicated in favor of his eldest son and died soon after. At the end of 1923, King George II was advised to leave, and in 1924, a plebiscite proclaimed Greece as a republic. For 11 uneasy years, the republic endured, with the rising revival of monarchist sentiment. At the end of 1935, another plebiscite restored King George II, who worked to establish a constitutional monarchy. During the Second World War, Greeks held their own against Italy, but even with British help, they could not hold up to German attacks in 1941, and the king and the government went into exile. At the end of the war, Greece was torn by civil war launched by the communists, but a plebiscite at the end of 1946 endorsed the return of George II. When he died, childless, in 1947, he was succeeded by King Pavlos, the third son of Constantine I to reign. Like his father, Pavlos had a German wife, Princess Frederica of Hanover. On the death of King Pavlos in 1964, his son became Constantine II and married his distant cousin Princess Anne-Marie of Denmark. In 1967, elements of the army set up a military regime, the rule of the colonels, and at the end of that year, the young king attempted a counter-coup, which unfortunately failed, and he was compelled to flee his realm. Once the increasingly harsh government of the officers crumbled into failure in 1974, the people of Greece voted at the end of that year against the monarchy. King Constantine II died in 2023, making his son Pavlos II king of Greece. In this video, we try to answer the question, could monarchy fix Russia?